For those with MTHFR variations, the persistent fatigue associated with neurodivergent traits follows a predictable biological pattern. When the body cannot convert nutrients into their active forms, the internal energy output drops, resulting in a systemic metabolic brownout. This occurs most frequently because of synthetic folic acid. This lab-made compound requires a specific enzyme to become usable, but an MTHFR variation limits that enzyme's capacity. The synthetic folate stalls the conversion process, creating a biochemical backlog that prevents the body from reaching the next stage of the cycle. Breaking this jam requires moving to an express lane. Using active methylfolate and folinic acid provides the brain with immediate access to the precursors needed to synthesize neurotransmitters, like dopamine and serotonin. These are the specific chemicals a neurodivergent brain requires to maintain focus and executive function. The first step in this protocol is a physical audit of your kitchen. You must remove all fortified breads, commercial pastas, and cereals containing synthetic folic acid to stop the constant influx of the compound that causes the initial blockage. Replacing synthetic inputs with active folates restores the chemical signaling required for neurological repair. This shift in sourcing provides the foundation for the 60-day protocol to rebuild your daily energy levels. Re-engineering your metabolism requires strict control over environmental inputs, starting with the elimination of the herbicide glyphosate. Glyphosate is a molecular analog to the amino acid glycine. Because they are structurally similar, the body mistakenly attempts to use the herbicide for cellular repair. The glyphosate molecule blocks the receptor, preventing actual glycine from stabilizing the intestinal barrier and the nervous system. Your grocery list must focus on 3 mandatory nutrient targets to counteract this interference: bioavailable choline from pasture-raised eggs, B vitamins from grass-fed organ meats, and marine lipids from wild-caught fish. Prioritizing organic, nutrient-dense sourcing provides the raw materials needed to maintain the metabolic highway and shield your cells from molecular imposters. Phase 1 covers the first 15 days. The goal is to flush the system of synthetic folic acid while saturating your receptors with natural folates found in dark leafy greens. Each morning begins with a methyl-clear tonic, alongside a choline-dense breakfast. Choline provides structural support to your brain's synapses, improving signal speed and clarity. You will also need 15 to 20 minutes of early morning sunlight. This direct light exposure calibrates your circadian clock, which dictates the timing of cellular repair and energy production throughout the day. On day 16, you transition to phase 2. This period focuses on increasing your reserves of zinc and selenium to provide a protective layer for the nervous system as it begins to handle higher metabolic demands. We introduce a daily serving of fermented foods to encourage the production of butyrate. This short-chain fatty acid sends a signal to your cells to initiate mitochondrial biogenesis, which is the birth of new cellular engines. If your daily work involves high physical exertion, you must include complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes to ensure your muscles can restore the glycogen used during labor. These 30 days build the physical and mineral infrastructure required for your brain to manage the increased focus and neurotransmitter levels in the second month. Phase 3, from day 31 to 45, manages the primary side effect of a recovering metabolism, over-methylation. As the speed of your biochemical cycles increases, it can lead to a state of heightened neurological arousal and anxiety. To stabilize this, we use 3 to 5 grams of pure glycine powder daily. Glycine acts as a methyl buffer, binding to excess methyl groups to neutralize the excess and maintain a balanced neurological state. During this window, you will add broccoli sprouts to your meals. The sulforaphane within these sprouts assists the liver in processing the metabolic byproducts of your increased energy production. The final phase, the metabolic consolidation, runs through day 60. Here, we introduce nutrient-dense organ meats and L-theanine to provide the amino acids necessary for sustained concentration. We also implement a 16 to 8 pulsed fasting window. This restriction initiates autophagy, the body's internal recycling system, breaking down cellular debris and accumulated metabolic set. By the end of this cycle, the combination of targeted amino acids and metabolic fasting creates a highly efficient, self-cleaning cellular environment. Monitoring objective physical metrics over these 60 days is necessary to ensure you are moving through the recovery phases correctly. During the first week, you may encounter the Herxheimer reaction. This temporary increase in brain fog and fatigue results from the die-off of pathogens and the release of stored toxins. This is a physiological indicator that your binders are effectively clearing the system. Follow the milestones. Deeper sleep arrives by day 15, digestive stability near day 30. By day 60, expect a consistent energy baseline without afternoon crashes. Tracking these biological markers provides the evidence needed to stay committed to the protocol as the cellular rebuilding takes place. You now have the full 60-day blueprint to navigate your specific metabolic requirements. An MTHFR variation represents a set of genetic instructions, but your daily nutrition and lifestyle determine how those genes are expressed. You have the agency to define your own physical and mental capacity. Your work begins today. Physically audit your pantry, remove the synthetic folic acid, and prepare the ingredients for your first methyl clear tonic. Managing this cellular pathway is the key to maintaining focus and physical stamina for the long term. A full 60-day protocol guide is available for download in the description. It is time to take control of your cellular health.